welcome to another Ryan Sports Reviews. Tonight, I'm going to make my predictions for match window 5 of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying match day 12, 13, and 14, the last 12 matches of World Cup qualifying, and I will tell you my predicted table through all these results. I calculated it, and we shall see what happens, and I'll give you my reasoning for each match. So starting with match day 12, one of the more least consequential matches of the round. Jamaica versus El Salvador. I got Jamaica 1-0 at home. I know they didn't call up Antonio. It's a weaker side because they're already out, but they're playing for pride. They're playing at home, and I feel like they could beat El Salvador at home. They do score more goals. I think they're better offensively. Defensively is the problem. But I do think Jamaica is more apt to score goals and win at home than El Salvador drawing at the National Stadium or winning. And yes, El Salvador has to win every game and things have to go their way to even just make the playoff. They're pretty much eliminated by proxy. They lose anything, they're done. And they have to hope Costa Rica and Panama completely choke. That's not happening either. They're pretty much eliminated by proxy as well. Like, miracles can happen, but I don't think that miracle is happening. And I think they know it too. So if things go their way on their side, I bet they'll be happy with it. But to be honest, I don't think they have any chance. But they'll play for pride as well, pretty much. And if anything goes their way, it does. But I think Jamaica beats El Salvador in Jamaica. 1-0. It's going to be tight, but I think they get it done. Next, Panama versus Honduras in Panama. Let's be honest, we all know where this is going. 3-0 for Panama. Take a big win early on in the round to put some, we think, put some distance between them and Costa Rica for that 4th spot. Let's be honest, Honduras is not going to do anything of the sort against Panama. Panama is going to look pretty damn normal when they play this game. The way they've looked for most of this round, except for the last match window. The first 3 match windows, I should say. But Honduras, they're not even playing for pride. They are playing for pride, but they are basically completely constrained and consigned to that 8th spot. They are not even making a run for 7th. They will be as dejected as anybody else. They don't even want to be playing these games, I bet. And again, there has been situations with the Federation, with them paying their players. They don't want to play these games. They know they're a waste of time, a waste of 180 plus 90, 270 minutes? 270 minutes, that's a waste of, give or take, 270 minutes. They don't even want to be there. They are going to be the easiest win this whole time. I mean, of course, they've been the easiest win, easiest result the whole time in this octagonal since match day 2. But this window is going to be a whole lot different. They're going to get pumped left, right, and center and enjoy it. So Panama 3-0. Next up, Mexico versus USA, El Clasico, which my friend Mike SOP will be going live for that match. Sons of a Pitch will be going live for that match, by the way, just telling you that one. 1-1. I got a draw because I don't see the USA winning in Mexico. I don't know if they're playing their first lineup. I don't know if they're going to play a B team, but I just don't see them winning in Azteca. They never have. I don't think that changes. I don't. I think they draw. I think Mexico has been so vulnerable at home that I think the U.S. does draw. I don't think they lose. They still have another positive result against Mexico. But do they empty the tank for that positive result is the question. Or do they get to that positive result by playing a B team, then doing a line change, trying to win the game, and that's only about a 20-minute span, and they're ready for Panama at home in Orlando? I'm not sure, but we're going to see. But I think it's a draw, and I think it's going to be a tight draw. USA, I think they score first. I do. Early on, don't know exactly who, but I think around the 30th minute they score, and then Mexico gets a CONCACAF penalty late on to tie the match up, and that's the way it would end. I think Mexico has to come back for that draw. I will admit that. Finally, for the last match of match day 12, we got Costa Rica versus Canada in Costa Rica, San Jose, Estadio Nacional. I got Canada winning 1-0. I do. It's going to be tight. It's going to be a very tight matchup. Hell, the game in Edmonton between both teams was a very tight matchup. But I think Canada are the better team. Yes, teams, the U.S., if you want to go by them, they have never won a game in Costa Rica. Canada, you think, would be in the same boat. But the thing is Costa Rica, they're a good team. They're close to making that playoff, and they still can, even with this one loss, which will show you where my head is at. But Canada's so dominant and so strong that I don't think history for another team who's their rise was sort of similar would show that maybe it's not good for us. But I think Canada is a stronger... You can't go by Mexico's history. That's just not right. But U.S., you could kind of draw a parallel there, I think. Especially with the way the teams rose. Back in the early 2000s and the late 1990s and early 2000s for the U.S. and now for Canada. You could easily draw parallels from that. But I don't think that Canada, they're a better team. I don't think there is a... let me say, easier. They're not as easy of a proposition as you think the USA would have been back then, or even now. John Herdman is a genius. I think Canada's a better team for that, and they'll know how to get a result here. And I think they win. Is it tight? Yes. Does Jonathan David get one goal to probably give Canada the lead, and they have to just stand on that and clinch? Yes, but do they clinch on Thursday night? You're damn right. 1-0 Canada and Costa Rica. Some people say it's impossible, but I believe they could do it. It's going to be very close, and it could be a 1-1 draw, but I think Canada wins. I really do. Well, that means they would qualify for the World Cup. Because no matter what Panama does or the U.S. does, a win puts Canada in the draws if Panama or U.S. don't pick up 3 points. But in my predictions, they do. But that doesn't matter in this situation. We'll see if it really matters tomorrow. But next up, match day 13. Canada at BMO Field on their coming home qualification party against Jamaica. 3-0. As I said, Jamaica is it's a weaker side. They're missing some of the bigger players. Canada, they're going to be juiced up. They're going to want this game. They don't want to end their home stretch, home slate on a low. And if they already have 3 points, you better get the other 6 for that pot 3. And they're going to come out a house of fire. Because it's not just to qualify. They got to get pot 3. And they want pot 3. And I think Canada honestly should have put the boots to Jamaica in Jamaica. At home, after qualifying, they will put the boots to them. And I think they will play much better than they did last time against a weaker Jamaica side. They should get this done. Hook, line, and sinker. Lock, stock, and barrel. 3-0. Maybe 2. But it's an easy win. Even if they don't qualify tomorrow, it's still an easy win. But easy 3-0 for Canada over Jamaica. No question about it. I'm 100% certain that's the case. No question for me. Next up, El Salvador versus Costa Rica. In El Salvador, Cuscat line, I say 2-1 Costa Rica. Now, this is where Costa Rica still has some life. Frankly, on this match day, they still have some life for that 4th spot. They beat El Salvador. Is it tight? Yes. Do they score 2 goals? Yes. Does El Salvador get one to put the fear of God down their back? Yes. But I think El Salvador isn't good enough to beat this Costa Rica side. They could give them a scare. And El Salvador is building something. Especially if they keep Hugo Perez. As I said, I do like what they're building. But it's more of a 2026, 2024 Gold Cup. Or 2023, 2025 Gold Cup. More like 2025, 2026 thing. to just get to the USA, Mexico, Canada, United World Cup and see what happens there. But they're building something. But I don't think it's enough to beat Costa Rica at home. Costa Rica gets a late goal, probably from Ruiz, to win this match. Keylor Navas probably stands on his head, as per, and you see that happen. So, Costa Rica wins 2-1. They still have some life because USA versus Panama in Orlando, 2-0 USA. I'm honestly certain this is a result that we'll see. I think the USA is a better team than Panama. Now, you could say, Ryan, they lost in Panama. Again, it's hard to play on the road in CONCACAF, and we've seen that Greg Berhalter does not know how to play on the road in CONCACAF. The only reason I'm giving USA the draw against Mexico is because they play different against Mexico. This is a normal home game against Panama. They should win. They should be the better team. I don't think they want to look bad against Panama 2 times in a row. I think they'll be way better. I know they have some absences, injuries, McKennie, Turner. But for me, I still think U.S. finds a way to get a 2-0 win. Is it the most dominant? No. But did they get it? Yes. At home, this is the one they need to win. 4 points would put them into the World Cup safely, I think. And a win over Panama would go that far. So, 2-0. I think they get it. They know what's at stake. They'd rather get it here than leave it to the last match day. Because if you leave it to the last match day against Costa Rica, where you've historically never won, I don't know if you want to do that. So, I think they go... I think they go B team on Thursday with a line change if the game's in sight. Big lineup on the Sunday against Panama. And then probably a lineup against Costa Rica just in case. Or just in case the Mexico game doesn't go their way and they could try to get a point in Costa Rica. Or they get a point there, but they still play the A team because you kind of have to play them twice. Besides the line change, if the game's in sight, I think they win against Panama, though, which is a big win. Then finally, Honduras versus Mexico. In Honduras, doesn't matter, 2-0 Mexico. Do I really need to explain? It's Mexico against Honduras, even though Mexico's weak right now. I don't care if they're playing away. They're honestly a little bit better away than they are at home right now. And to be frank, Honduras is going to get pumped left, right, and center again. I don't see them giving any fight, really, at all in this window. I mean, they haven't. They sort of fought over time, but here, no. Mexico wins 2-0, probably the easiest game they've had all round. And then finally, match day 14, the final 4 matches, all at the same time. Panama versus Canada. In Panama, I say 2-1 Canada. Canada figures it out. They show their strength. They put out their A team. They get it done. Let's remember, they did not rotate, honestly, really at all in January. They could do it again here. For getting that pot 3 in the World Cup draw. Of course, we still have to have Nigeria or somebody help and lose or draw during their tie over Panama. They win all 3 games. They finish undefeated. No questions asked whatsoever. Strong performances by Canada. Dominant, as always, pretty much. Nothing different. And there you go. Next up, Costa Rica versus USA. Costa Rica won, USA 0. Of course, history comes back to bite the USA in the butt. And that helps Costa Rica. And that may just seal them in position 4. You will see when I give you the table. But Costa Rica, again, better team at home. I should say USA's never won in Costa Rica. I think history doesn't favor them. And I think the USA is going to play horrible on the road after getting those 4 points. They could try for a 5th, but does it really matter? No. And even if they only get 3 off the Panama game, still, same situation. I think Costa Rica shuts them, gets 1 goal. Keylor Navas stands on his head and wins. Mexico, El Salvador, 2-1 at the Azteca. Standard fare. They're better than El Salvador. El Salvador is not strong enough to stop Mexico from winning that game. 2-1 Mexico. And finally, Jamaica versus Honduras in Jamaica to end out the predictions. Jamaica 2-0 over Honduras. Strong side. Strong performance. You could say 3 or 4, but Jamaica does what they have to do. I think if Mikhail Antonio was there, they definitely would. But 2-0. Strong enough. And here's my final predicted table. In 8th place, Honduras with a record of 0 wins, 3 draws, 11 losses, 3 points, 5 goals for, 29 goals against, and a minus 24 goal differential. El Salvador in 7th with a 2-win, 3 draw, 9 loss campaign, 9 points on the Octo, 8 goals for, 18 goals against, minus 10 goal differential. Jamaica in 6th. With a 3-win, 4 draw, 7 loss campaign, 13 points, 12 goals for, 19 goals against, minus 7 goal differential. Panama is the last team out. 6 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses, 20 points, 18 goals for, 17 goals against, plus 1 goal differential. Costa Rica is your playoff team. 6 wins, 4 losses, 4 draws, 4 losses. 11 goals for, 9 goals against, plus 2 goal differential, 22 points. USA in 3rd, 7 wins, 4 draws, 3 losses, 25 points, 19 goals for, 9 goals against, plus 10 goal differential. Mexico in 2nd, 8 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses, 28 points, 19 goals for, 10 goals against, plus 9 goal differential. And finally, Canada in 1st place, 10 wins, 4 draws, 0 losses, 34 points, 25 goals for, 6 goals against, plus 19 goal differential. Your teams that are going automatically: Canada, Mexico, USA, Costa Rica through the playoff, which they're probably beating the Oceania team, and I think I will go live for that match. We will see, but I think I will as well in June. Why not? And I'll cover it too, as long as it's not going against a Nations League tie, but for Canada, but we shall see. And there we go. Undefeated window for Canada. Mexico finishes 2nd. And I'll go over all my tables, or at least the 3 tables. Not this one, but the 3 tables. My first prediction, my midway prediction, and the final table on the recap at the end of the window. But with that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once you subscribed. Hit that join button or that link in my description to become a YouTube member. Anything's appreciated. Help support the channel. $1.99 or $4.99. Anything's appreciated as well. Hit that like button. Comment on the video. Send super chats on the live streams. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. Tomorrow, I'll be going live for Costa Rica versus Canada and doing an RSR for that match. And hopefully, we get to celebrate on that one. But I will see you then. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later. And let's have some fun. Let's enjoy this window. Peace.